one of the big storylines was you and Monica. You won that battle. How?
I knew the task at hand, and I knew the type of player Cesano is going into the game. So I really just tried to have a defensive mindset going to this game, knowing that it wasn't going to be easy, but just trying to be myself, not do anything special out of the ordinary, and just play hard for 40 minutes.
Brad in the back right.
Grace, what kept this team as level as it was in the fourth quarter? Everybody kind of stayed really steady those last 10 minutes after those first three quarters were so very intense.
I think we're just, we're led by some veterans, and we, pretty much at all times have 4 or 5 people out there that have 3, 4, 5 years of college basketball experience. So we've been in those games before, and I think we're just super confident. We know the game plan. We know where we need to get the ball. We know what we need to do defensively. So I think, there's really no reason to panic. We've been in those moments before, and we know what we have to do.
You all won the battle from the charity stripe tonight. Speaking of veteran status, Grace, how does that come into play when you know that people are in foul trouble and you need to play smart for the remainder of the game?
I think, you have to adjust to how things are being called. And maybe, we were too physical with them tonight, but, that happens. We probably have to try to be better. We know Iowa's really, really good about getting fouled. Especially Caitlin Clark. So I think, we'll see on film how we could be better and maybe, lessen those free throw attempts.
Mackenzie, Grace kind of talked about how you all held it together, with, how emotional this game was. But can you, I guess, from your vantage on the court and just on the sideline or whatever, can you kind of describe that emotion and the tension in the building tonight and just what that was like throughout the game, just both with the crowd and with this matchup?
Yeah, Coach Morin always says play with emotion, but don't be emotional. So, play with that intensity, that energy, that passion, but, don't get too worked up in all the stuff that doesn't matter, the foul calls and, them making a run, just all those things that we can't control. Just don't get too caught up in that and stay focused and just keep our foot on the pedal.
Well, second row to the right.
For either of you two, you combined for 20 of the 23 in the third quarter. Was there some sort of discussion or adjustment at halftime that you guys decided to just take control, or was it on the fly?
I think it's just, reading what the defense gives us. Obviously, Grace was really aggressive tonight, and she was getting a lot of good looks at the rim, and then my teammates were finding me inside. So I think, like we've said a bunch of times, we have so many pieces that are able to go off for those numbers. So I think it was just working for Grace and I tonight.
For either one of you.
Sorry.
Mackenzie, I know it was last season, but when you were out with your injury for an extended period of time, I guess just what was that like, having to deal with that mentally? And was there anything like from that time period that now you have kind of taken into this season to help you?
I'm not who I was when I came back from my surgery last season, and I try to put that behind me. And, I learned from it, and I think I'm better because of it, but I try not to think too much about it because I'm not who I was coming back from surgery last year.
For both of you, Mackenzie and Grace, the game felt, the building itself was rocking. You had the atmosphere. Everybody was wearing pink. It was breast cancer night. Did either of the women who you escorted to the court say anything to you before the game? Did they say good luck, or how about this, or we wish we saw this when we were younger, or anything like that when you walked out to the court with them?
It was honestly too loud in there to even hear anybody say anything. So if they did say something, I don't know. But I think, just to see the excitement on their faces and kind of to have them be able to experience that moment with us, because there's nothing like walking out to 13,000 people in Assembly Hall. So just to see the smile on their faces, I think, said it all.
Grace, a couple of rough performances coming into tonight, and then tonight a season-high 26 points. Mackenzie said you had it clicking tonight. What was working for you?
I think sometimes my shot's just not falling, and then I probably just, keep shooting the jump shot instead of, I'm really good at getting to the rim too. And so Coach Box just reminded me that if my pull-up's not falling, I don't have to keep settling, that I'm really good at getting to the rim too. So I think after I've missed that first pull-up or two, instead of keep, settling for that shot, just being aggressive and getting easier looks at the rim.
Question all the way in the back in the black.
Hey, Grace, right in the back right here. Coach mentioned that mindset or that look in your eye. How would you describe that and how you're feeling when you have that going on coming into a game?
I just really wanted to win. I know Iowa's a really, really, really great team, top 5 team in the country for a reason. I remember losing to them 3 times last year, and in the Big Ten championship game. So, anytime we play a great team like that, it means a little more. So I just, you wanted to do whatever I could to help my team win.
Wilson.
Grace, I know Coach Moore has talked a lot this year about how you're kind of a steady hand with the offense. Just for you personally in a game like this where it's loud and emotional, how do you stay calm, stay level in an environment like this?
I think it helps that, I've been here 5 years. So it's not the first time I've been in that situation. And I've played for Coach Moore for 5 years, so I know what she wants in that situation. And I know she has confidence in me, so it's, pretty easy to be confident with the ball in your hands.
Tyler, last question for Sunil. Oh, right. Where's the other mic? Yep. Okay. Tyler, go ahead.
Mackenzie, you've been playing at a high level this season, but you've also just been doing it really consistently. I guess, is there a reason you can pinpoint why that is? Why do you think you just have been so good this season?
I think it's a testament to, the other pieces we have on the floor, those floor spacers we have, the three-point threats we have on the floor. That's always been an area where we've struggled a little bit. So to be able to have those pieces on the court, are really important. And, last year, obviously, I came back from surgery, so I felt like I had to work really hard to get back to where I was before that point. And so just consistent hard work, I feel like, is what's gotten me to this point.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.